For those of you who all doesn't know Jyoti, I hope my audio is clear, by the way, right? Everything is fine. My audio and video is
Yeah, yeah,
clear.
all good, all good.
Okay, okay. So for those of you who don't know Jyoti, let me just introduce her a little bit. So Jyoti Kadkar, she is a social media strategist and who is settled in Sweden, and she has managed to build her own business in Sweden. And I can't even imagine that that is like a wonderful feat to have. And she's doing amazing. She has so many clients as well. And on top of all this, she's also a mom to an adorable kid as well. So I feel like she is such a star performer as well. So, Jyoti, welcome officially to the TNP interview session, and I'm really hoping to get so many insights and learn a lot from you today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so overwhelmed. You spoke so nice, and amazing words about me. Feels little,
Uh,
yeah, I'm not
I
used
think you
to.
are all that and more. And I'm also amazed by the experience that you have, as I had shared with Saloni. So, maybe let's just start from the very beginning of it all. I think you have grown up in different parts of India. You have studied in different parts of India as well. So, tell us, like, where were you brought up, and how has that influenced you into becoming the person that you are today, and you becoming the business person that you are today?
I think from the like I'm born in 80s, so from where I come from very like lower middle class family, and we always have to struggle. We never can have the whole chocolate. It always has to be divided into four pieces, that kind of environment. So I always wanted to like my ultimate goal was to be able to take care of my parents, do something in life where we will never struggle for money or never have such basic life. We will have everything what we need and want. So that was the ultimate goal. And even when I look back, I can't believe, it's I've come so far actually, starting from like small place. I'm born and brought up in Thane in Mumbai. So coming from like, very small kind of a chawl kind of environment, I'm here in Sweden now. So it's, yeah, unbelievable actually.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. Even when you put it across like that, it's very beautiful as well. And I think I have seen that a lot of students with HPA can relate to this because money is a very important factor. Even though some people claim that money is not that important, but I think sometimes it all comes down to money and having a better life as well for us and for
Definitely.
our loved ones as well. Yeah, and
Definitely.
I think you also are somebody who has a dual MBA stuff like that, and your career started as an intern, and then you went on to pursue so many managerial roles as well. So can you give us an idea about that? How did your career start, and at what point was it, and what was the role, and how did you went or how did you go on to pursue so many managerial roles as well? Really would love to know all these.
Yeah, I will try to like keep it short as much as possible because it's like a long story, But yeah, I did my master's. I was in Bombay, but of course I had to move to Goa because of my dad's job transfer. And Goa being a very small place and completely opposite to Bombay, I was like struggling, like okay, what more can I do and how can I be financially independent? So that kind of thing mindset was already there in me. So I started giving tuitions there in Goa because there was a need. Few people approached me. So you can say I started earning like my first thing like from 11th standard itself. So I used to go to college and I used to come back and in the evening and teach students from first to 10th standard. And I was always surrounded like by kids, and that was the beginning. So I have this entrepreneurial nature. I want to do something in life. I'm very, very ambitious and it's still there. That thing I'm trying to cut it down because it's of course not good for your health, but that is my personality. So I started then, and then I had to move to Pune for my masters because in Goa I got admission in Goa Institute of Management for my masters. But then it is such a small place where job opportunities are not that great. I mean, it's a touristy place. So I moved to Pune because my mama, my uncle was living there. So I moved and lived with him for quite some time with his family, with his my mommy, of course, and all that. And I helped in the household chores as well as I did my masters. And then I did in marketing, but I also felt that there is a huge scope for international business. And so I also enrolled in another university. So I was doing like full-time college from Monday to Friday, and on weekends I was doing this another MBA. So I did dual MBA. That was very tough. I didn't have all the fun things what people do, like in college they go out, they have so much of fun and parties and all that. I never did that because I didn't have time. So, and I got my first job before I completed my MBA because I wanted to, of course, that was a goal. I wanted to be financially independent as soon as possible. Because I always felt this need, that I have to be able to support myself as well as my family. So being an elder daughter of the family, I always have this sense of responsibility till now, and I want to take care and make my family as comfortable as possible. So then I got my first job, and it was all again a story. I just saw this. There were a lot of campus placements, but I was not into IT software and all that. I knew that I am a very people person. I am very good in sales and marketing, and that is my strength. So I should do something in that. So I just saw ad in the newspaper. It was a laptop showroom, and they wanted something like a store manager position. And I just went there and I offered them because they were not able to hire me. I was just out of the college, fresher, no experience, nothing. So I just told them that, okay, you give me 3 months, I would double your like whatever your revenue you're making now. And that time they were making around 9 to 10 lakhs. So I said I will make it double, and if I don't do it in 3 months, then you just let me go, or whatever. So luckily everything was fine and I could do it. I took the store up to 60 lakhs in
Wow.
3 to 4 months. And that was my first kind of real job. And that was amazing. I mean, I learned so much about because I started right away managing people. So I had like three to
Yeah.
four sales guys with me, and also I am being from a middle class family. I was always kept away from boys. Like my father
Mm.
was very strict, so I was in girls' college, and I never had that exposure. My father used to shield me away from boys and hide me, kind of
I think so many
that.
of us can relate to that.
Yeah. No G's, no this, no that, no going out after hours and all that kind of environment. And suddenly here I am managing like,
Mm.
boys and sitting with them, coexisting with them. So my uncle is my mentor. So he taught me everything, like, uh, uh, how you should, not be self-conscious because it completely depends on you. So if you
Mm.
are confident, then it will not transfer to like other person. Otherwise, if you are nervous and you're like scared, the other
Insecure.
person will also
Mm.
get it immediately. So yeah, and that's how my career started. I worked with multiple amazing companies like Lakme Lever,
Mm.
which is also a very good company. I learned a lot there about fashion, makeup, because till that time I was not doing anything, not even my
Yeah.
eyebrows. And that's also a very interesting story. The CEO of Lakme that time, it was Mr. Ajay Pava. So he hired me because I was not into makeup and skincare. He's like, okay,
Okay.
I need to hire someone, who is completely opposite to this industry, who doesn't know anything about it.
Okay.
So, so that was also a very good experience. I managed a salon, and I was a salon manager. Then I moved on to Bangalore after
Mm.
my wedding, and
Can Jyoti, can I interrupt you for a second over there, because there is one
yeah.
important point that you highlighted over there, because to mention how you went in straight and mentioned that even though the people over there were not open to hiring you as a manager since you were fresh out of college, you still kind of pitched yourself and you mentioned that I'll bring you twice the sale. Now, as beginner freelancers, a lot of people over here, they would be doubting themselves. They would be like, I can't promise any results as such. So how did you come to that mindset that I can promise this much, and you were able to achieve that and more? Like you went beyond that, double the sales as well. So how can we get into that mindset?
I think you need to have very strong belief in yourself, and that comes
Mhm.
from within. Nobody else is going to give that to you. But I was lucky that my first internship, actually, what I did, my summer internship was into Honda Motors, and I was selling. Basically, my job was to not job; it was internship without payment,
Mm.
but that was selling cars. And
Mm.
the manager of the store, when I went and approached him for this internship, we were supposed to find our own internships. So
Mm.
I was ready to work for free, and he
Mm.
told me, Jyoti, this is going to be a life lesson. I'm going to tell you that never underestimate yourself and never sell yourself short. If you would have asked me at least 5,000 or 10,000, whatever, I would have been more happy than you are asking me to work for free. So that was my first kind of lesson, which I still
Like
remember, and
understanding your worth.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. I mean, sometimes, and I still have that imposter syndrome till now. I think that is my weakness. I always underestimate myself and I always sell myself short. But with experience, with time, and
Mm.
I'm learning, meeting people, and there are so many people around me now. Since like because I'm so humble, they tell me that this is you're charging less, or you're
To
doing so
charge more.
much. Yeah, so this feedback I also get from my clients actually. So, that I changed over time, but it takes a lot of self-work and lot of believing in yourself, because nobody's going to come and tell you, here is the plate, take the self-confidence and you can do. Nobody is going to tell you. You have to do it for yourself. That is like for sure.
So I think like one of the confidence factors that you had was like you already had a prior experience of going into an internship. I think that is very important if you are a total beginner, like going into an internship helps. Then even if it is a small gig or an internship, definitely know your worth and demand exactly that you are capable of doing. And then from there is like through action is how you build that confidence as well. So many valuable points and lessons over there, Jody. And
Yeah,
like
definitely.
you were mentioning, yeah, please, please, please.
No, I just wanted to also mention that, okay, I have met so many freelancers as well in my journey who just charge, but they don't deliver,
Yes,
So
yes.
I want to remove that misunderstanding as well, that if you are, we are not saying that, okay, just charge and
Mm,
then, leave it. Okay, if
yeah.
you are charging that much, you should also deliver that much work
Mm,
and be that much committed. And if you have given your word that, okay, fine, you will do this work in so and so time, then please do it. Or if you're not able to do it for some reason, communicate and be transparent, be open, be honest. It's just not that, okay, take the money and then, where are you?
not
So yeah,
deliver
of
the
course,
work or
it's
not communicate.
yes,
Mm,
yes, definitely. So initially, I have also done many, many like free kind of work, but
mm,
I made sure that I contribute something, or they remember me for doing
mm,
some good work for their brand or for their company. And later on, like build a good relationship, because even if
mm.
they're not paying you, they will remember you, like, what kind of
Yeah,
work you have done for
exactly.
them, and they might hire
Exactly.
you later on. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, that is what, building that genuine connection and contributing your level best, even if that is not giving you that much at that point, I think is of so much importance. And thank you so much for highlighting that. We have been seeing that even within our community or generally as well, we have been seeing either there is an extreme of people charging very less than what like what they are delivering, or it is either that they are charging so much high, but then they are not delivering enough work, or they don't have the experience to give that much of work. So that was a really valuable point. Now coming to what you said after that, you being selected as Lakme's manager, and you are not at all into makeup as well. How was that
No.
experience like? Because coping in such an environment, and I'm pretty sure that you learned so many people management skills over there, because I know that people in that industry are difficult to work with. So how was that experience like?
Yeah, that was also really challenging. And I don't know how many people here are from salon industry or know what goes on in salon, but this artist and the hairstylist especially, and the makeup artist and all, they are extremely moody, and they have a
Yeah.
lot of temper, and they are like, I don't know, they are in different kind of zone. They are not like
Mm,
bad people, but they are always in a different kind of zone. You need to be very gentle with them, and you need to know how to handle them. So, and one strategy I would just like to even share with our students, that my strategy wherever I joined first has always been to be quiet for the first at least 1 week to 2 weeks. Don't give
exactly.
your ideas, don't say anything, just observe and just understand what is going on around you, what kind of work is there. Like, try to understand the product, the service, the company, the brand as a whole, and make notes. Just observe and learn and everything. And when you feel confident, then maybe after a month or so, you put your ideas or you start speaking. Till that time, just observe. And that
Mm.
has been really helping me all this while, like till now. Even when I work with these people, like foreign people who are like, Swedish people, and they are very reserved, you can say. They don't trust anyone easily. They take
Mm.
their own sweet time to trust you. You have to prove
Guys,
yourself.
please mute yourself. Yeah, please.
Yeah. So now also I apply that because it's very difficult to gain trust
Mm,
from this European people. They are very skeptical
mm,
because you are immigrant, you are an outsider. So
mm.
till now I use that strategy and it has been helpful for me. So yeah. Sorry, what was your
Yeah,
question?
yeah. I think I was asking you about Lakme and dealing with people, and you gave some
Yeah, yeah,
valuable
yeah.
points.
Yes, so that was one like a very bad incident. What happened to me, like the hairstylist, which was there. There are a lot of clients actually back to back, and you have, as a manager, you need to know how to back. You cannot say no to the client and send them back, because
Yeah.
they will never come back. Even if they're coming for a
Mm,
threading, which is like 40, 50 rupees, you need to make them have a relationship with them so that they can take a facial later on and pay
mm,
you for
mm,
5,000
mm.
ticket size, right? So that is how I you need to balance. And then the client came in, and then I asked her, this girl, to do the service, and she straightforward told me no, and she used some kind of bad word, and which I don't want to repeat. And she just stormed into the pantry. Okay, of course, I took in the client and made her sit, and so I didn't react at that moment. I just kept quiet.
Yeah.
But later on, when she was calmer, and I always try to I have been always calm in these kind of situations because I think that is my strength. So whenever there is a problem or there is a crisis, I first try to solve the problem, and whatever feelings I want to feel, I will feel later on, but not that
Okay.
moment. So later
Mm,
on, I took her in, like, in a conference room, and I told her, okay, this is not done, this is not right, and what I am telling you is, of course, I'm much younger than you, and I'm like, I don't have experience like you. Like, be humble, whatever it is. And then I told her, but this is for our own good. If the client comes in, they'll pay money, we will get more revenue, you will get more commission, the sales will increase.
yeah.
It's a win-win situation. So why don't you just I'm here for everyone's good, for the whole team. I'm not just for myself. So when I explained her that, her attitude changed because she started taking more clients and started earning more because
Yeah.
Lakme had a very good incentive policy. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is just one
And that,
small
that was a really,
incident.
cool incident that, how you handle that crisis because, you have the responsibility to balance both the client's expectations. At the same time, you have to keep the, employees happy as well. And these are not employees who are like easy to deal with as well. So I think being calm in that particular process and, just communicating and being humble about it is like a very beautiful way of dealing with it. So, like you were talking about how you have a tough time initially, had a tough time initially, especially when you were working as a social media strategist. So,
Your
some of
voice
the
is, oh, now
is
your
it
voice came back. It just went
okay?
sometime.
Sorry. I think my
No
internet
problem.
connection erred for a little bit. So,
Okay.
like, when did you move to, Sweden? How did that happen? And when was that? Like, what happened at that point of time? And like, what were some of the challenges that you faced when you moved to a different country altogether?
Yeah, actually, I was in Bangalore before coming to Sweden, and I was working with a health total company. And in Bangalore also. I worked with multiple companies like Kaya Skin Clinic, Revlon, Health Total, Dr. Batras, and all that. And but we all know how stressful sales field is in
Yeah.
India. And yeah, so I was like very stressed. I had a lot of target pressure. Like, I was managing the entire
Mm,
city. So I was working as a regional manager, and
mm,
I had like 2 to 3 crores of target monthly, and I was all the time traveling. After 5 years of marriage, also, I think I didn't know my husband because I was like constantly traveling. We didn't have any
oh,
time to
wow.
spend with each other. And
Yeah.
Bangalore being like so much of traffic, I was like morning 8
Of
to
course.
evening 10. I was just moving in the taxi, you can say. And I was also trying for a baby, which was not happening because, of course, because of stress. And the doctor said everything is fine with you, just keep trying. You both are normal and all that. And I was really stressed. I was in the phase where I think, I wanted a baby, and it was not
Mm,
happening. And then
yeah.
luckily at the same time, my husband got offers from European countries. So there were like 4 to 5 offers, like Sweden, Netherlands, China, Amsterdam, different places. But we did some research, and Sweden was very good for like family and, family
Mm,
life. So we decided to come to Sweden. And let me
okay.
tell you, I was so like a stupid person. I didn't know anything about. I didn't do much research. That time
Okay.
YouTube was also not that big, or I don't know, it was just starting, and we didn't do any research. So I didn't know that it's so difficult to get job here or to find employment here, they have a completely different system and different mindset, you know. So after
Mm.
coming here, first of all, I'm a very social person, and I'm a very family person as well. So staying away
Mm.
from family, cooking. I was not cooking in India. I had maids because I didn't have time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so yeah, the reason why we moved is that we were very comfortable. We had a house, we had a car, we had everything what we need to have a good life. But somehow I felt like we are too much comfortable, and I wanted to explore new cultures and new country, how the system works there. So that's the reason we decided to move. So we sold
Mm.
everything kind of, and we came at the age of, you can say, 30, I was 30, I think 30, 31.
Wow.
And yeah, and I didn't think, you can say, not so much deeply how people think now. They do so much of research,
Yeah.
and I can see people really do so much of planning, but
But
we
then,
just
like,
came.
you can't also blame yourself because that many resources were never available, like back then as well. So you did,
Yes,
you could with what you had back then, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
like you were talking about how the system is very different over there. So like what is different about the job market, or like how did you navigate that?
First of all, the language is the biggest challenge because
Mm,
every country, wherever you go in Europe, they have their own language. Like in Sweden, it's Swedish, is Norway, Norwegian, Denmark, Danish,
mm,
everywhere they have their own languages, and they're very, very strict. So even if you see in news or on paper, they might say that everybody speaks English, but that's not the case. They will always appreciate if you speak their local language. And
mm,
of course, I don't want to use the like our racist word, but that is a fact, that is a truth, you know. And
yeah,
they also have the same mindset that you people are coming from different countries, and you're taking our jobs, and
mm,
you're taking our space and all that.
yeah,
Yeah, but the truth is that their kids don't study that much, you know, because the system is different. It starts from childhood. It's not like only job market. The students
mm,
also have so many options. It's not like us, you know, in Indians, like we have this need that, okay, we have to be an engineer, we have to be a doctor, we have to earn something and be
yeah,
financially independent. But here they can, the salary system is quite equal. So
mm.
if you are just sweeping the floor, if you know, also you will get a good salary, or if you're
So
a
there is
teacher, you
there
will
is
get a good
no,
salary.
yeah, there
Yes,
is no
everybody
need
is
for
equal.
like earning a degree or like having that quality education,
Exactly,
or that pressure is not there,
exactly.
which is in a lot of ways good, at the same time has its cons as well, is what you're trying to say.
Yes, yes,
Okay, cool.
of
Now
course.
I really want to know, like, how did you get to the field of social media marketing amidst all this, amidst all this transitions that you were having? When did you get into social media marketing, and how?
Yeah. So I came in Sweden in 2016 Jan actually, and immediately in April I got pregnant. I think I
Hmm,
just needed to de-stress and
that's
be in a new
beautiful.
environment.
Yeah.
And I conceived naturally, and then since I was waiting for it so long, I decided to spend time at home because I was not feeling well. Of course,
Hmm,
after coming, I cannot stay still. I have to do something. So it's very good that they have like Swedish classes here which are free, so
hmm,
you can join
hmm,
and you
hmm,
can study like a college kind of every day. You can go and study and all that. So
hmm.
I did that, and then I also started a YouTube channel actually. And I was feeling like very sad, you know, that it took me almost 1.5 year to realize the system. Like there are so many things. There's social security number, there's ID card, there is
Yeah.
employment agencies, so much of documentation and administrative work which nobody tells you. Even Google, you won't find all these things. You know, now maybe you might find, but
Mm.
it's very difficult to
True,
navigate, and nobody shares information here quickly as possible. You know, everybody wants to hide and keep
true,
everything
true.
with themselves, actually, especially
Yeah.
Indians.
I
So
think
I
as
thought that
Indians
no,
we
no,
have,
I need to.
oh, Indians as well.
Yes,
Wow.
Indians
That's
only
new
I'm
information.
talking about.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
Indians
Okay.
behave totally different after coming here. I mean, of course, it's good
Mm,
that you're coming abroad and you're
mm,
working on your studying, but nobody stays humble after coming here. That's a sad part, actually. Everybody is thinking, oh my God, I did such an amazing thing. And now, I am on the higher side and, Indians are on the lower side. That kind of mindset is here. So, I
yeah.
mean, that is very sad, actually. I feel very bad that Indians behave
Mm,
like this after coming here. They think they're on the higher side. But yeah, that is
yeah.
the reality. So that's the reason I started my YouTube channel. I wanted to educate people, inform
Mm,
people that, okay, we have all these things and this is the
yeah.
step how you can navigate your way around. And
Mm,
I never knew, but I got so passionate about YouTube after starting YouTube. I got so interested, like because I didn't know where to look in a camera. I didn't know anything like how to edit a video or how to market video. I had done like a short, you can say, digital marketing course, but that was just theoretical. I never implemented it, applied it. So
yeah.
after starting a YouTube channel, I started thinking, okay, I have to even market these videos. So I opened a Facebook, I opened Instagram. So that's how I
Yeah.
got like, into this social marketing world. And then I got approached by
Mm.
there are a lot of Indians who do startups and businesses here. So there are a lot of restaurants, people who came like way long back, like 30, 35 years
Hello.
ago. And can you hear
Uh,
me?
okay. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. The voice was
Okay.
breaking a little bit. Now it's fine.
Okay. So there are many Indians here who have come like 30, 35 years back and they've started their restaurants and now they are very successful. So, but
Yeah.
they cannot hire marketing agencies here because it's very
Mm,
expensive to hire like local marketing agencies. So they
mm,
approached me. They wanted some pictures to be taken on for their website, some videos.
mm, mm,
So that also was so challenging for me because I didn't know anyone here. My husband does take good pictures, but he was scared. He's conscious, oh, we are doing professionally for someone, and what if it doesn't come good,
yeah.
and what if
Yeah.
he's a safe player, and I am a risk taker. I always take risk. Okay, what will happen? At the most, okay, they might just say something to me. I would say sorry, it's okay, but at least
Yeah.
I would learn. So I
Mm,
found a local photographer who's also Indian, and I'm still working with him. By the way, he's become a very good
that's cool.
friend now. So I negotiated with him because the client was not ready to pay a lot.
Mm,
They were ready to
mm.
pay like very like minimum. So I convinced him because he was also starting new and I was also new. So let's collaborate and then start this project. And they were very
Mm.
happy with the videos and photos. So they asked me to do their social media marketing for
So,
Instagram and Facebook.
like, did they approach you once they saw your YouTube channel and the social media that you had? Did they approach you, or did you outreach to them?
No, they approached me.
Mm. Oh, okay. That was mostly because of the work that you were putting out.
Yes, because of my YouTube
So,
videos.
and were you making specific, Swedish related YouTube videos to, let the others know that you are right now there and all of that?
Yeah, so I was using a lot of keywords of Sweden. So, like finding a job in Sweden, how to find an
Wow.
apartment in
Okay.
Sweden, how to earn money in Sweden, how to open like whatever, what to do after coming to Sweden. So all these kind of
Yeah.
student-related content, yeah, and all you can say behind the scenes, like what I do in my life.
Mm, okay. So I think that really paid off. I think that you used the keywords and you were targeting the right kind of audience over there. I think that was why you were noticed, especially at that time. And I think at that point, I don't think there were so many creators out there as well, like we have right now as well. And that worked to your advantage, obviously, but of course,
Yeah,
it is your work as well.
yeah.
Like can you? I think you mentioned to me that within the first 4 months of starting your social media marketing services as such, you were able to close almost 10 plus clients. So
Yes.
what do you think are like some of the strategies and the tips, whatever you can share with us, like that helped you get those clients, whether it was through client outreach or whether it was the marketing strategies or the attitude that you had, like what are some of the things that helped you gain those clients in such a short
I
period?
think I think I have to say the biggest thank you to Saloni because I was already following her and I was like used to check I was to watch each and every video of hers. There were a couple of creators only where whose videos I used to watch religiously. And the pandemic started, and suddenly Saloni announced something. Before that, she announced that she's going to launch something. And the day, I think after the pandemic hit, the day she launched that, I remember before her story ended, I immediately went and I paid, and I think I was like, I want to join. I was so, I think at that moment, that phase of my life, I wanted to be financially independent because I
Mm.
did a couple of jobs in Sweden, of course, here, but
Mm.
I was still not completely financially independent. So, yeah, of course, I think I was in the first batch,
Top 10.
and yeah,
That's so cool.
and and I remember my first call when Hustle started, and I had the first call with Saloni, and I told her that Saloni, my goal is that I want to be financially independent. I'm
Mm.
getting emotional now, but that is how I am so grateful to Saloni, actually.
It is so cool that right now I feel like everything full circle that you are right now giving an interview over here.
Yeah, seriously. So, and she said, yes, it's going to happen. And after that, I must have eaten Saloni's head so much because every time we had the
Okay.
call, I used to ask so many questions, and whatever advice I used to wait because so many people also wanted to talk to her.
Mm.
So I used to wait for my turn, ask my questions, write down all my questions, ask her, and whatever she used to say, I followed it blindly. I used to go back
Mm.
and do it. I used to do all the classes after my daughter slept. So at night, I
Mm.
used to do the classes, putting the headphones, and I implemented everything, whatever she taught. So
Yeah.
Mm.
if she tells me, okay, fine, you have to do this, then I would go and do it immediately the next day.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I think
so I
that's the
remember,
biggest, that's also I feel, Jyoti, that's the biggest reason for your success, that no matter how difficult things got, no matter how challenging it was for you to learn new concepts, implement new concepts, you always went back and you took action. And that's why you
yeah,
are here today doing all of these amazing things, being an inspiration to so many
all
people.
thanks to you, Saloni. You're amazing.
It's all thanks to the action you took.
And you're the same, that is another thing. You're the same when I met you that time and today.
Thank you.
So
Thank
that
you
is
so much.
really
Thank you.
commendable.
Yeah, please
True,
continue.
true.
Yeah. So I remember the turning point was a post actually, which I
Mm.
think Saloni only told me to do. And I just prepared a normal Canva post where I just mentioned my services and my picture. And I wrote a good caption from my heart out. There was no AI, there was no chat GPT that time. So I
Mm-hmm.
just wrote my heart out that I am offering these services. And if
Mm.
anybody's interested, reach out to me. And I just put it on Facebook and all, because Facebook is very huge here in Europe. So people
Mm.
follow that, people buy a lot of stuff on Facebook. So I just post it, and you
Mm.
won't believe I got like, I think more than 20 calls or
Wow,
messages.
wow.
Yeah, and different parts of Sweden, like different parts surrounding Sweden, like Malmo, Jönköping. There were so many Indian people who wanted to start their business, but because of not having the knowledge or the expertise in marketing, they were not ready to
Mm.
not starting,
Mm.
or they started
Mm.
and it was not going well. And
Mm.
I closed all of them, kind of
Wow,
out of, yeah. So after 20, I think I closed seven or eight, and yeah, I started working with them, and it
that is
was
such a
so.
cool conversion rate.
Yeah, actually, the thing is, like I that is another thing, of course, which I would it has helped me in my discovery call.
Mm.
So, as I told, like if I go on a discovery call with a client, it's like 100% rate. I almost close it because I think I have what I use is to listen to the client.
Mm.
What everybody, I think, and that's what I learned in my career in working with Kaya and Lakme and all that, that you should have a listening ear, and that helps a lot
All the
because I
sales
think,
experience that you have had.
yeah. And finally, at the end of the day, everybody just wants to be heard, they
Mm.
want someone to listen to them, empathize with them. And that is what I use in my discovery
Exactly.
call. I first only listen to them, what problems they are facing, what are the challenges they are facing, what they're looking forward. And I never see the client as a person who is going to give me money. I
Mm.
have a very sensitive nature. I have a very my heart like is very soft. So for the people, so if I feel, and I have very much high respect for the people who do something out of the way in their life, and
Mm.
try to do something, because it's not easy. I know that from my experience. So here also, like, there are many clients who now also they come. You won't believe, people who start business here. They're working full-time job. They have two kids. They hardly sleep. They have like a it's crazy, how people who want to do something in their lives do so much. They work so much hard. It's very hard to imagine. Like the client whom I was working with, he's a guy, okay, a South
Mm.
Indian guy from Hyderabad, and he had a small kid. He got another baby who was like 1 month old. He was
Mm.
cooking. He was
Mm.
working a full-time job, and he also started his grocery store.
Uh,
So I'm working with him now. So that kind of clients, I'm lucky. I think I met some amazing people. So I always use that, empathy, listen to them, and genuinely, like,
mm.
even if you're not concerned, but yeah, I have that genuine concern, and that always helped me. So when I go back to them and give them the proposal, I mention like whatever changes, of course, ideas what I have, and the pricing factor and all. But I always give them
Mm.
assurance that that let's do it together, kind of, okay, I'm here to help you.
Mm.
So yeah.
So, so you are truly a people's person who definitely listens to them and be there for them. And I think that is the reason why they invest in your services as well, because they feel like this person can be trusted. And I think that's a
Yeah.
very valuable point that you have mentioned, like listening to them mostly. At the same time, Jyoti, how do you balance that? As much as we need to listen to the clients on discovery calls, how do you manage to take it further to a point where it is only not only them sharing their problems and what they want, but also you pitching to them? Like, how do you balance between these two?
Of course, in the discovery call, we discuss all the things, whatever. It's more of like getting to know each other kind of a call. But the next
Okay.
step is more practical and all that. And when it comes to proposal, it's not that, okay, I'm empathetic. That means I give everything for free. It's
Mm.
not that. Of course, I have whatever charges, I will mention it, and, be professional in that way. And
Mm.
I mean, it was very hard for me in the beginning to like not charge the right amount. I used to always undercharge, because I think
Mm.
also I was not that confident, and
Mhm.
my feeling was that, oh, if I lose this client, then I might not get another client. I think that
Yeah.
is the real fear with
Scarcity
which
mindset that all of us face. Yeah.
most of us have this fear. And I think in the last, you can say, couple of years, after doing so much of self work and having so
Mm.
much of experience, now I stick to my
Mm.
pricing, that okay, this is the price. I'm sorry, but I'm not able to reduce it more. I try to explain it properly, but yes, now I have the confidence to stick to my pricing. And
Mm.
now at this stage, I can pick and I have the luxury of picking and choosing my clients.
Mm.
Okay, that okay,
Yeah.
fine. Now I don't want to work with 10 clients. I don't want to be,
Yeah.
working all the time. So okay, fine. I can
Mm.
work with 3 to 4 good quality clients with good amount of say payment or income, and yeah, I'm happy with that. So
Mhm.
so that, yeah, I have now reached. But that time, yes, of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think in
So
the beginning it is always like that.
yes, yes, of course. So initially, first couple of clients, I also worked for free.
Mm.
And I got like good feedback from them, recommendations and everything. And the Facebook helped. And I got like, you can say, bad experiences as well. But
Mm.
I don't dwell too much on the
Bad
bad experience,
experiences.
because if you
Mm.
dwell on that, that will happen more. I'm
Exactly.
a big believer. I'm a big believer in manifestation, and I think
Yeah.
it really, really works for
What you
me.
focus
I
on
feel.
more will happen more.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
And like Jyoti, like you're giving so many tips. So like if you could like give some advice to beginner freelancers who are just starting out and who are trying to gain clients and who are outreaching, what are some of the things that you would ask them to do?
I think first of all, try to identify, what kind of clients you really want to work with. Because sometimes it happens, initially when you want to be successful, you want to have a set of clients, you want the
Mm.
money to come in. You feel like, okay, it's okay, I will work with anyone or whatever people approach me or whatever I'm getting, I'll take it. But don't do that. It's okay in the beginning, maybe till you get little confidence, maybe 5 6 months, if you're working with one or two clients, just to get
Mm.
experience and to understanding and all. If you're absolute beginner, then it's okay. But after that, you start identifying, your niche or where you really
Mm.
enjoy. Because if I don't know how many people, if all are into social media marketing or others, I don't
Oh,
know. But
we have a lot of people more in the social media marketing, but we have a good mix of other freelancing careers as well.
okay, okay. Because our field is, I think, you have to be there around the clock. I mean, you cannot just
Yeah,
stop posting, like,
yeah,
right? So even weekends, weekdays, so it needs a lot of commitment. And if you don't love that client or working with that client or posting that kind
yeah.
of content, then it'll be a chore and then you'll get tired or you'll get
Yeah,
frustrated. So
agree. So
yes. So identify what
niche,
kind of
identify the
clients,
niche.
yes, yes, you really enjoy. And of course, also,
Mm.
there are some projects where you really want to work. So this is another
Mm.
tip what I follow. Like, for example, okay, I
Mm.
am getting clients, but maybe there
Mm.
is some NGO or some charity organization where I really
Mm.
want to work. Like there is a
Mm.
Hindu temple which started now recently, and of
Mm.
course they don't have money. I mean, it started by just
Mm.
some 5 6 old people who are living here, Indian people from long time. So it doesn't
Mm.
make sense for
Mm.
me to charge them, okay? But of course, I
Yeah.
have to pay the bills. I just can't keep doing free work. So what
Mm.
instead I can offer them is like maybe a package, okay, fine. I will try to help you to monetize the temple. Like at least, whatever is coming in is like going out is coming in,
Mm.
that kind of break-even
Mm.
scenario. And once you reach at such and certain point, then maybe you can pay me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that also you can
That's
do
like a
because
really cool. That's a really cool proposal. Like sometimes like you,
yeah,
I think you are doing everything what it takes to be understanding and be there for the clients that you really want to work for. But at the same time, also saying that once you create money, then that is when we can take it further a little bit as well. So that way, like it's a
yeah,
like a win-win situation as well. So
yeah.
like
And
we have a question. Yeah, please.
that gives you a lot of credibility. I mean,
Mm.
credibility in the market. People start
Mm.
trusting you and respecting you. So
Exactly. And when I think like the current client that you mentioned, that is like a very community oriented kind of work, I think. So, like
yeah.
when you have such a community, those are the people maybe who will, bring you so much in life as well. Maybe it won't even be as clients, but in some other ways as blessings and all of
Exactly.
that.
And all these people who are doing this charity work for temple, they are working on very high positions in very
Exactly.
international companies. So
Yeah.
contacts, networking is very important.
Very important. Abhi. So one question that we have here, and that was something that I
Yeah.
really wanted to do as well. You were mentioning about how you put your kid to sleep, and you were watching Saloni's videos as well. So like, how do you balance everything along with work? And also one more thing is, I think Jyoti is right now working in a part-time job as well, right? Uh, you mentioned about a part-time job as well.
I'm working
Are
in
you
a
currently
full-time job now.
you're working in a full-time job. Wow. Okay, so you're working in a full-time job. You're managing your business. Along with that, you have things to take care of at home, especially a kid to take care of. So, like, how do you balance everything out?
I don't know how I'm balancing.
Do you ever lose your head over everything?
I think I was a workaholic. Of course,
Mm,
the European culture promotes work-life balance, so that has helped me
mm,
to a little
uh,
bit calm down. It has
yeah,
because everywhere around you there is work-life balance talks and
mm,
everywhere.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, I love my work. I mean, that is, I think, the
mm,
plus point. I love making
mm,
videos. I love talking to the camera. I love creating content, and I love talking to people and meeting new people.
mm,
So when I do this,
yeah,
take this clients, I build relationship, new people, new relationships, and there's so much to learn. I mean, I don't know. I'm 39 now, but I still feel, that I have not done enough. There is so much to do and so much to learn. So
Mm.
I think that the hunger, I still have that hunger. I'm in touch wood, but
Mm-hmm.
so many people around me, they also ask me the similar question what you asked now. Like, how do you manage? I mean, we are
Mm.
just taking care of a kid, and we are exhausted, and you are doing so many
Yeah.
things. But I think um, practical tips. What I would like to tell is, I'm of course an old school person, so I'm a paper and pen person. So I always
Mm-hmm.
carry like a small diary and pen with me. So
Mm.
whatever every day I have like a ritual of making to-do list.
Mm.
So I make my to-do list, like whatever I'm supposed to do today, like call someone or pay someone or get some money or create this content or all whatever it is, I make a list. And then
Mm.
at the end of the day, I try to do all these tasks. And at the end of the day, I evaluate, okay, how much I have done. So whatever I've
Mm.
done, I will take, and whatever is not done, I will carry forward to the next day. So that is what
Mm.
one thing I do all the time. For
Mm.
ideas, content ideas or client content ideas or my content ideas, because I do have two Instagram platforms which I create content every day. I have a YouTube channel and
Mm.
then clients content, of course.
Content. Yeah.
So yeah, so I have my notes section in my phone. I will always put the content idea with that. Whatever ideas I have, I will
Mm.
jot down as quickly as possible.
Mm.
So I have a commute period, you can say, of around 1 hour in the morning.
Mm.
So I edit my reels on the go,
Mm.
you can say,
Oh,
in the
wow.
bus. Yeah,
Okay.
and whatever calls I'm supposed to have with the clients or catch up with new clients or old clients, I do that in the evening
Mm.
when I leave my office at 4:30. So
Mm.
that's a time when people are also relaxed in India.
Mm.
I also have to manage the time differences because I do have clients
Yeah.
in India, in Sweden,
Oh,
as
okay.
well as yeah, it's difficult to manage the time. But I do have clocks on the phone, so to make sure, but
Yeah.
yeah, you can
It
understand
can
it's
get
very
confusing at
confusing.
times. It is very
Exactly.
difficult. Trust me, it's very difficult. But like I think you're utilizing whatever time that you have, to work on all the things that you really want to do, and your genuine passion and love for it make you want to do the work even at other times as well, even while you're traveling and all of that. And
Yeah.
like at the same time, do you ever feel the guilt? Like I have heard a lot of moms saying that they feel a lot of guilt when they are not that present, be able to be that present, for the kid or for the family. Like, do you ever feel that?
Yeah.
If so, like, how do you manage that?
By the way, how
Some
many
tips or
moms are
advice?
here on this call now?
I don't know how many, but I think there are a few at least, and there will be a lot of people who will be watching the recording as well. We have a lot of moms in the
Okay.
academy, I think.
Okay, great, great. So I'm going to give one very valuable tip, okay? Because now my daughter is like 6.5 years old.
Okay.
Uh, s- yeah, so I felt guilty every day, all the time for the first 3 to 4 years of my daughter's life, okay? And
Oh.
every day I was like, oh, I'm not giving enough time to her. I am crazy. I'm so selfish. I'm only working for my career. I'm only working for my ambition. And I'm not giving enough time to her, as we all moms have that guilt factor.
Mm,
But my when my daughter turned 5,
mm,
okay, I could see the amazing change in her. She has so much respect for me. She has so much, in my family, you can say that my husband might say 10 times something, but if I say once,
mm.
she listens. That kind
Wow.
of difference I could see. She is
Usually, moms say the opposite.
yeah, and I'm not that kind of a mom who will be behind my daughter all the time. Okay, do this, do that, because that doesn't help. Kids are
Mm,
they will just start ignoring you
mm,
at a
mm,
certain point of time because they will get fed
mm,
up listening. So I'm a person who I want to be best friend of my daughter, because of course here also I have to. European culture is very open. It's very
mm,
different to Indian culture. So
mm.
everything what is like a taboo in India, it's everything open here.
Yeah.
So, so I have to be my daughter's best friend so that she can feel comfortable to come and talk to me, to tell me everything,
Mm,
and not feel like, okay, any burden.
mm,
So now, and she knows my pattern that, okay, I have to go and work on weekends. Also,
mm.
sometimes I go and film content, I go and, but I can feel that she's proud of me. and I can
Yeah.
see that culture that okay, mom is going out, she's working, she has to work,
Yeah.
and she has accepted it, and I can see that I think we influence a lot our kids, by doing, not just by talking,
Mm.
we might
Yeah.
talk multiple things, we can read books, we can do, but if you do certain thing, they follow you.
Exactly.
So I am not the person who will sit at home and just be sleeping lazy. I mean, that is
I think,
also
yeah.
my
Yeah.
problem. I should do that once in a while.
Have you gotten better at it? Like, have you gotten better at, like, that feeling around when you're not productive, that you feel like I'm not doing enough, that feeling. Have you gotten better over that?
It comes in phases because especially whenever I onboard new clients, like for example, now I have to onboard two new clients from and start working from 1st of November, and I'm so overwhelmed. This whole week, like my heart is like, yeah, it's difficult. Once I get used to them and get into like 1 month of content, then I'll be relaxed. But
Mm.
now, and since I don't have any help, I
Mm.
discussed with you, right, the other day that I
Yeah.
don't have any help, but
Yeah.
I'm going to hire now because
Wow.
it's too
Cool
much.
for you. Yeah, I think like that will make a huge difference, I think. And like what you said just a few minutes back, I think that gave such a mindset shift to a lot of people over here, because like I think Poonam was saying that she took a career break and tried to invest in her kids, but she was feeling sad for herself. So like you did inverse of that, and like being there for yourself kind of showed to your kids that this is like mom is taking care of her career, and they are like proud of you in that way. So I think that helps. I think
Yeah,
that is like a huge mindset shift that moms
exactly.
will definitely get
And you
from
know
this.
what? This problem is only with us women. Of like husbands don't feel that way, but you are
Mm.
always constantly judging yourself and constantly sacrificing where there is no
Yeah,
need. Nobody's asking you to. Even
true.
actually, if it all depends on you what you want. If you sit
Mm.
down and tell your partner or your family that okay, I want to do this and I'm supposed to do this, only then I'll be happy, they will fully support you. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, I cannot do all these things without my husband's support. So I really,
yeah,
appreciate. But initially I had to tell him, that okay, and he,
yeah,
your family knows you. They know what makes you
yeah,
happy. They are, I think, your
yeah,
biggest cheerleaders. But
yeah.
once you clarify this, they will really support you and stand behind you.
And
So
and you told me the other day that you are your own biggest cheerleader, no matter what.
yes,
And I just wrote that
definitely,
down. I
definitely.
think that is what you try to communicate all throughout this, like interview as well. Like try to show it through actions that you are your own
Yeah,
biggest cheerleader as well. Like
yeah.
Jyoti, right now you have definitely built your business a lot. You are hiring people, and you have hired a lot of people as well. And can you share about some of the hiring experiences that you have had, and some tips for those people who want to hire? At what point do you think a person should start hiring?
It totally depends actually on your, yeah, I mean, look out because how much you have on your plate, you need to
Mm,
evaluate that as well, and practically think like, okay, how much you are able to do. But
mm,
yeah, if you're having like more than, I think, 2 to 3 clients, if you're doing only full-time freelancing, it's okay to manage. I mean, I think you can manage.
mm,
And if you're really multitasker and you're very good at time management, then
mm,
definitely stretch to 4, you can do that. But beyond that, I
mm,
think it gets difficult. So you need to
mm,
hire, or else if you
mm.
don't, then you will not be able to give justice to all the clients or drive results for the clients.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think 3 to 4, 3 is I think maximum, and then maybe you can hire. And that is also my problem. I am very bad at delegating. You can say like I
Mm,
try to do everything myself, and then I get too overwhelmed and burnt out. So
mm,
my suggestion definitely would be delegate, hire, plan if
mm,
your budget, plan that okay how much you really want to earn a figure. So
mm, mm,
if you're able to make little bit of profit on that, then it's okay to hire. It's okay because that will make you more productive. You will
mm.
not be exhausted and you will get
Yes.
more ideas. You'll be fresh,
Yeah.
and that would
Mm,
also result into new business opportunities and growing your income.
mm,
So yeah, definitely. You can hire once you're confident your business is set, like 3 to 4 clients, you have a regular income. But
Mm,
yeah, also see that because sometimes the clients will sign contract only for 3 months or maybe
mm.
6 months, and then what,
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. So outreaching and building relationships, networking is equally important, and you have to do it all the time. And you can do
yeah,
that only when you have some help.
yeah. That is
Otherwise,
true. That is true.
yeah, it gets difficult. So
Yeah, and like, do you have any tips for a lot of people want to work more with international clients, and you having like that one-on-one experience with international clients? Are there any tips to reach out to more of such clients? Like close such international clients.
yeah, mostly you can say since I am here, so I
Mm,
get in touch with US as well as Europe as well as UK. So I'm like in the
mm,
middle, you can say. So I get these kind of
yeah.
yeah, but
Mm,
also have joined some very great Facebook groups.
mm,
There are, of course, you have to do trial and error. There are some groups which doesn't help you at all, but
yeah.
there are some good groups which really genuinely have lot of good ops like job opportunities. So you can do that, but don't
Mm,
completely focus on that. Also
mm,
focus on your content and be true
mm,
to yourself. I think just don't run behind trends or somebody is doing something, you know. I have like been in this, you can say, field last 6 to 6 years, and like I'm not young, I'm not like in my 20s or something. So I see that shiny factor, you can say, coming every time. So many YouTubers now, so many content creators and everything. Okay, but if
mm,
you have a personality, if you have your unique style, you
mm.
know it will work. I just have that patience because
Have that faith in yourself.
exactly, exactly. Just don't, just because somebody is dancing on the reel, that doesn't mean that you also have to go and dance, even if you don't have a single moving bone, in your body. So don't just run behind something, that is what I have learned. Even I tried that. Even I
Mm,
did that, algorithm is like this, you're supposed to do that. I
yeah.
also did that. But that is my learning. So don't do that.
Mm,
Okay, you can mix and match if you're comfortable dancing, and if you're,
mm,
yeah, go out there. You just enjoy yourself, but
mm,
also try to have a personality to your brand. That helps in the long run. What I am realizing now is that whatever I did in the last
yeah.
5 years, now people are realizing that. Now I can't believe, still people are watching my videos and they come to me now. And that is another thing for
Mm.
moms out there. Whenever I now it's like, Sweden is very small, it's like very less population. So whenever I go
Yeah.
out, everybody knows me. So they say, I watch your videos. It helped me so much. Your videos are so
Yeah.
motivating. So my daughter is there with me, and
Yeah.
I can see that she's so happy. She's like, wow, you have so many people know you. She's like that.
Mama, you
So
are a
yeah,
celebrity.
she says that. And you moms are also always a celebrity for your kids. So if you
Yeah,
do
of
that,
course.
they will appreciate that, and they will just run in your, I mean, they are going to be the future moms and future adults in their life, so that will help them as well.
So
Yeah.
many, so many, so many learnings, so many wonderful insights, Yodi. Thank you so much for spending so much time with us today. And do you have any like future plans that you're making right now for your business, and anything as such that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, right now I'm trying to build a agency model actually, and that has been my dream
I think you have
last
registered your company, right?
yes, I have registered it, and but it is very difficult to manage because the taxes are very high here. It's like 30 to 40%.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like half the money is going in taxes only, so I'm trying to
Mm.
find my way around. Like maybe I have Indian bank account, so that's how all these things, you
Mm.
learn to manage with time.
Yeah.
But yes, having a registered company is respected, and it also gives trust to other people that okay,
Mm.
she's genuine, and we can trust her. And also there is an invoicing model here, so I have to give invoice.
Yeah.
Like there is no under the table money here. So yeah, that's the reason I did that. And my next plan
Okay.
is to build an agency model. Saloni knows that I've already always spoken about that. But and
Beautiful.
also I am I am, and people might have questioned that why am I doing a full-time job if I'm doing such good in my business?
Mm.
So I wanted to explain that as well, because the full-time job what I have got here is in a very big company called SCTE, and it's like
Mm.
a very big manufacturer. They are present in
Mm.
200 countries, even in India as well. They have office in Mumbai, and I got opportunity into hardcore sales and marketing, which is
Okay.
very impossible because of the language. And
Yeah.
I learned the language, so now I can have a normal
Mm.
conversation with
Yeah.
in Swedish. So that's the reason I joined, because I wanted to get the experience and learn about their business model and how they work and how they sell, all
Mm.
for learning. So that is the main purpose actually.
And
But yeah,
also, you have one more company under your portfolio to show as well. Like because if
yeah,
you're handling the
definitely.
sales and marketing for such a reputed company, means that shows a lot. That builds trust as well.
Yeah,
So I think like that's such a cool opportunity to work for. I think. Thank you so much, Jyoti, for spending so much time with us. I think we have like exceeded the time a little bit. This was so full of
okay.
wonderful. I think
Okay.
everybody who is watching, who's going to be watching the recording, will also benefit a lot from this. Jyoti, if you would like to click a photo or something like that, you can take it, and then we can wind up the
Okay.
session.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Jyoti. This was such a
sure.
valuable interview. I think a lot of people kept saying in the comments that so many learnings, especially mothers, I think were able to relate to
I don't
you.
know sorry, how to take the screenshot. Okay, wait 1 second. I'll try again.
No, wait,
Uh,
it's you can take it from your phone, just like you can click a photo
I
normally
think
as
I
well.
your
have to
voice is
hold it
breaking,
and then.
Saloni.
Sorry, what were you saying,
Oh,
Oh,
Vashi?
she's
I think
typing
I
it.
got one.
No, no, no. I think it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Saloni, you're saying something.
Yeah, I was saying a lot of mothers and all the other students as well, and as Sunil has pointed out, even fathers got a lot of inspiration from you, from your journey. Thank you so much for being so candid about your challenges as
Mm,
well. You didn't just share the good side of what you're doing,
yeah.
but you told about so many of these challenges which a lot of new people who start their journey are facing. When you spoke about how nobody supported you when you started out, I think a lot of us related to that because when you try something new and unique, it often happens that people around you,
Yeah.
people who you think will be your people, end up don't supporting you. So this is very common. This happens with all of us, but I'm so glad you shared, and I hope all of you found some value out of it as well. So would love to quickly get a picture. I will also take one with the and then I'll share it with you.